Hello, good morning students. In continuation with the ray optics, today we discuss the dispersion of light, pure spectrum, impure spectrum, as well as the formation of a rainbow we need to discuss. So in the previous class we have discussed the refraction through prism. Prism is a transparent medium bounded by two triangular surfaces and three rectangular surfaces. In this class we discuss dispersion of light. Dispersion of light by prism. So we have three types of prisms. Equilateral prism. In an equilateral prism, ABC is a section of the prism. All the three angles of the prism are of the order of 60 degree. The prism is said to be equilateral prism. Equilateral prism. Second one, right angled isosceles prism. Here ABC is the principal section of the prism. Angle B is a 90 degree. So this is right angled isosceles prism. Already we have discussed the applications of right angled isosceles prisms, as they are used as a total reflecting prisms. They work on the principle of total internal reflection. So these are right angled prism. The third one is thin prism. The third one is thin prism. So ABC is the section of the prism. Angle E is angle of the prism. Here the angle of the prism is of the order of less than 10 degree. If the angle of the prism is said to be less than 10 degree, then the prism is said to be thin prism. The deviation produced by these prisms are a bit large, 35 to 40 degree, whereas the deviation produced by thin prism is very small. So we have derived a relation for the refractive index of these glass prisms. The refractive index of these glass prisms, using a Snell's law, we write sin A plus D divided by 2, the whole thing divided by sin A by 2, where the symbols have their usual meanings. A is the angle of the prism, and angle of the prism. D is angle of minimum deviation, and N is the refractive index of the glass prism. D is angle of minimum deviation. If any light ray is made to incident on this thin prism, instead of traversing straight according to rectilinear propagation of light bends twice at the interfaces AB and AC. So this particular angle is angle of deviation. Angle of deviation for the case of a thin prism having the angle of the prism less than 10 degree is given by n minus 1 times A. So angle of deviation produced by thin prism is n minus 1 times the angle of the prism, where n is the refractive index of material of the prism, A is the angle of the prism. So usually the glass material having a refractive index 1.5 minus 1, if the angle of the prism is say 4 degree, then the deviation produced by thin prism amounts to, say here, 0.5 into 4 degree, that equals to 2 degree. So the deviation produced by thin prism is of the order of 2 degree. In other words, thin prisms produce very small deviation, whereas equilateral prism, right angle prism, the deviations produced by these prisms is quite large. Further, dispersion of light. So already we have discussed refraction of light. Refraction of light is the bending phenomena of light traversing from one medium to another medium. Let us consider the principal section of the prism ABC, made of a glass material surrounded by a medium of air. Refractive index of air is to be taken as 1, whereas refractive index of a glass is to be taken as 1.5. When a white light, a ray of white light, so mathematically we say a ray of light, but practically a ray consists of bundle of rays, in other words beam. A ray of light doesn't exist, but we practically use the terminology ray, but ray is nothing but consisting of many rays. So a narrow beam of sunlight, that is a white light, when made to incident obliquely on the prism, this white light breaks up into constituent colors. Violet bend most, whereas red bend least. So in between we get yellow color also. These split colors incident on the interface AC. Here comes the normal. Light traversing from denser to rarer medium after refraction bends away from the normal. So violet bend most, red bend least. Yellow color lies somewhere in between violet and red. If a prism would have not been in the path of light, light would have travelled straight according to rectilinear propagation of light. So this splitting up of white light into constituent colors when made to pass through the prism is called dispersion of light. The band of colors what we get on the screen, or the band of colors can also be viewed through a telescope, is called as a spectrum. So the 7 colors are comprised in a white light. The 7 colors are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. Violet and red are two extreme colors. So this is visible light spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum consists of electromagnetic radiations from gamma rays to radio waves, wherein gamma rays, X-rays, ultraviolet rays, visible light, infrared radiations, microwaves, radio waves. This is electromagnetic radiation spectrum. In that spectrum, this visible light forms a small region, violet having wavelength 400 nanometer, whereas wavelength for the red color is of the order of 700 nanometer. What is the dispersion of light? When the white light is made to incident on the prism, the white light breaks up or splits up into 7 constituent colors called as dispersion. This phenomena is called as dispersion of light. If a prism would have not been in the path of light would have travelled straight according to rectilinear propagation of light. So the angle through which the light bends after 2 refractions, this is the angle of a deviation for the violet color, whereas this is the angle of a deviation for the red color, angle of a deviation for the violet and red color. Let us take angle of deviation for the violet as 60 degree, and for red color it is say 40 degree. When a same white light is made to incident on the glass slab, the white light doesn't split up or break up into constituent colors. So in those days, it was believed that prism produces or creates the color. But later it was Newton experimentally showed that prism acts as a dispersing agent. It has an ability to break up or split up the white light into constituent colors. Prism itself doesn't create the colors. So it was Newton experimentally showed white light comprises of 7 colors, and prism has an ability to break up this white light into 7 constituent colors. For that, he considered 2 prisms. Placing their refracting angles inverted. So ABC is one prism and DEF is the other prism with their refracting angles inverted. When a white light is made to incident on the prism, this white light breaks up into 7 constituent colors. Violet bend most, whereas a red bend least, and these colors are made to incident on the other prism. Thereby the other prism combines all these colors, resulting in white light. So first prism decompose the white light into 7 constituent colors, and the second prism recompose all the split 7 colors, producing white light. So it was Newton who experimentally showed that white light is comprised of 7 colors and prism acts as a dispersing agent. That's why when a white light is made to incident on a glass slab, right, light undergo twice refraction. If you imagine this as a glass slab made up of 2 prisms, this is the incident ray and emergent ray, they remain parallel to one another, The perpendicular distance between the incident ray and the emergent ray is called normal lateral shift. Lateral shift. That's why we have to consider the glass slab made up of two prisms. One prism decompose the white light into constituent colors. The other prism recompose the split colors of light, resulting in formation of white light. So here, what is the cause for white light to break up into 7 constituent colors when made to pass through the prism? As we know, the different colors travel with the different speeds. The speed of red is large as compared to violet. In other words, red travels faster in a given medium, whereas violet travels slower. Different colors travel with different speeds. That's why refractive index of the glass prism is different for different colors. It is refractive index of the glass prism is different for different colors. Since different colors travel with different speeds, already we have discussed the refractive index of the given material can be calculated by taking the ratio of speed of light in the air divided by speed of light in the given medium. All the colors are white light. All white light comprises of all the colors. All the colors travel with the same speed in air or vacuum, whereas different colors of light travel with different speeds. So what are dV and dr? dV is angle of deviation for the violet color and dr is the angle of deviation for the red color. Red bend least, whereas violet bend most. Thereby we discuss the angular dispersive power. Dispersive power. Before we discuss the dispersive power, we need to discuss pure spectrum and impure spectrum. Pure spectrum and impure spectrum. So in the laboratory, using a device called a spectrometer, we can produce pure spectrum. In a pure spectrum, these color bands do not overlap. They are well separated by dark spaces. One color doesn't fade into the other. All color bands are distinguished, separated by dark spaces. So it is possible in the laboratory to produce pure spectrum. Whereas the rainbow is impure spectrum. Rainbow is impure spectrum. Example for impure spectrum is rainbow. In a rainbow, one color fades into the other. Violet fades into indigo, yellow fades into orange, orange fades into red, or all colors are overlapped. All colors are overlapped. Then we discuss the dispersive power. Before we go for dispersive power, we need to learn two terms. One is angular dispersion. Angular dispersion. Angular dispersion, it is denoted by letter theta. It is the difference between the deviation produced for given two colors. It is the difference between the deviation produced for given two colors. Here in this particular case, we are taking violet and red. You can consider other pairs of colors also. The other term is mean deviation. Mean deviation. Mean deviation is denoted by D. It is the average deviation produced for both violet and red. So in this particular case, dV is 60 degree and dr is 40 degree. The divided by 2, which amounts to, it is 50 degree. So mean deviation is mean of a deviation for given pair of colors. Here the given pair of colors are violet and red. This mean deviation for violet and red is equal to the deviation for yellow color. So here we have the yellow color. Angular deviation for yellow color, it is dy is 50 degrees. Thereby we discuss the dispersive power of the prism. Prism acts as a dispersing agent. That's why dispersive power of the given prism is given by omega equals to the ratio of angular dispersion to the mean deviation. Angular dispersion to the mean deviation. So dispersive power is denoted by a Greek letter omega and defined as the ratio of angular dispersion to the mean deviation. That is omega equals to dv minus dr divided by d or dv minus dr divided by dv plus dr whole thing divided by 2. Already for the case of thin prism we can write d equals to n minus 1 a deviation produced for thin prism. D equals to n minus 1a. In particular dv equals to nv minus 1a. Similarly dr equals to nr minus 1 into a. Substituting for dv and dr for this particular expression for dispersive power, we get dispersive power omega equals to nv minus nr divided by n minus 1, where n equals to nv plus nr divided by 2. So for competitive examination point of view, though it is not there for the regular syllabus, so we have discussed dispersive power in terms of refractive indices. Here nv minus nr, nv plus nr divided by 2. Dispersive power in terms of refractive indices. Here dispersive power in terms of the deviation produced for given pair of colors. So in the next class we discuss the formation of rainbow, the principle behind the formation of a rainbow, that is interaction of light with matter, and thereby we discuss the optical instruments. Lastly, we go for the numerical sums pertaining to this particular chapter, that is ray optics. Thank you.